Hello everyone, welcome back. Next up in our Stray Memory Guide, we're going to be taking a look at the Midtown Chapter. This chapter is quite a bit like the slums, which we saw way back at the beginning of the game, in that this area is a bit of a hub area, hub world, if you will, and we're going to be coming and going from this spot a couple of times as we make our way throughout the chapter and the story. Also, like the slums, there's quite a few memories to be collected here. The slums had 7 total memories, if I am remembering correctly. This chapter also has 7. One of them is this sort of storyline memory, which you can't even miss. So we kind of won't count that one. The 6 remaining memories, however, are memories that you're going to have to be looking for. You can miss them. You're not going to get much help with the memories after that first one. So we'll be kind of starting the route by running up that broken down escalator. And just before we leave the subway itself, we'll be taking a right-hand turn and checking out this guy's little pad. This person doesn't really have anything to say, but he does have a lot of books, which will apparently trigger a memory for B12. So it kind of goes without saying that that pickup's probably, or that memory is probably not the hardest thing to spot in the world. You kind of just pop your head out of the subway, and if you take a look around, you'll most likely see it. But if you do miss it, you know, it's possible that you'll get kind of distracted by the main story of the game and kind of forget that that subway is an area, and you may not visit it again. Having said that, you do visit it like right at the end of the game, so even then you'd have a second chance. But anyway, moving on to memory number 2, we're going to be going down these back alleys here, and you'll know if you have the right one if you see this guy. This guy's sweeping around with his sweet traffic cone hat, and we will be hopping up here onto these awnings and ace units. And that was a funny little jump that bottle did. Anyway, though, yeah, here's memory number 2. Someone's kind of hanging out up here, I guess. And this, for what it's worth, this is like, I think this was the last memory that I found in this chapter. I had trouble finding this one. Moving on from there, we will hop back down to the street level, where our friend, the traffic cone guy, is sweeping again. And it looks like he's got quite a bit left to do. That place still looks like kind of a dump. Anyway, though, we'll make our way back out to the main street now. And then memory number 3 is actually going to be inside this building. This is like a little barber shop here. Now, I feel like this building, this room, is quite easy to pass up with the door being closed. You might not even realize this building has an interior that you can explore. So that right there, right away, is already kind of a secret. I was kind of struggling to hop up here, but this is almost like some little crawl space. I'm not really sure what this area is supposed to be. But in the back there is memory number 3. B12 there, talking about how barbershops were a fun place to go and tell jokes and secrets and stuff. I don't remember barbershops being that much fun, but hold that thought. I'm going to knock this paint can off because I'm a cat. And the guys inside the shop will just not even notice. The dude's focus is legendary. But yeah, I actually haven't been to a barber in probably 10 years. I have a shaved head nowadays, so I don't have to deal with that kind of thing. And yes, I know no one actually asked. But anyway, moving on, memory number 4 is going to be over here in this little hole-in-the-wall restaurant thing. Whoops. Sorry about that. Just kidding, I don't care. I'm a cat. And finally, back over here, kind of in this back corner of the ceiling area, is going to be memory number 4. And I said finally as if we were done here, and of course we're not. We have a few more memories to get, but we will be done collecting memories for a few seconds. These 4 memories that we've collected so far are memories that we can kind of collect at any point in the chapter. The other 2 are memories that we actually have to be in a specific point in the chapter to be able to reach. I remember stating in the slums video that you could collect all of the memories at any point in the chapter. Midtown is not like that. So the next memory we will be collecting will actually be after the factory. So we're going to go ahead and skip ahead here. This is immediately after leaving the factory. I got the atomic battery. And the reason we had to do all of that before we can collect the next battery, or next memory, there's only one battery, there is a little, like a security office over here for the security camera robots. It's over here on the left-hand side in this sort of yellow area. Yeah, before this door was closed, you can kind of peek inside and you can see one of the security robots kind of snoozing away. As far as I know, there's no way to enter or access this room without being at this point in the chapter. So So yeah, by going through the factory and stealing that item, we've kind of put security on high alert, if you will, and they're out running around on the streets, putting up barricades and all that. And by doing that, they've left this room open for us. And now finally, in order to collect the final memory, what we're going to need to do is get into the club. And you don't have access to the club until kind of the final parts of this chapter before you go to the jail. So we are going to be heading up to Clementine's place and figuring out her little riddle where she hides all of the messages inside the items in her apartment. And there's no real reason to include all of that in the video, so I've gone ahead and skipped through that as well. So now we've figured out where Clementine is hiding, which of course is the club. We already kind of covered that. Look at that robot. Damn. Anyway, the way you get into the club is not through the front door, but through the window on the second floor in the back alleyway with a traffic cone robot. So we're going to go ahead and hop in here and try not to have an epileptic seizure. Anyway, the final memory is very close now. We're actually going to hop up here on top of this counter and kind of sneak our way over to this little elevator thing. And I don't actually know if these kind of little mini elevators actually exist in real life. I don't know if this is supposed to be a real thing. But I can kind of imagine people putting like dishes or, I don't know, maybe laundry or something in those little things, and they get dropped down to the lower level where maybe there's people that clean that stuff. I have no idea. But anyway, B12 is going to talk about drinking while he was human, which I respect. But anyway, though, that's going to be it for our memory guide on Midtown. That video seemed to go kind of quickly, but I think it's because we just skipped big portions of the chapter. Like I said a couple times in the video already, there are certain memories that you just have to be at further points in the chapter to get to. So if you're starting the chapter over from the very beginning, you're going to have to go through all that stuff, and it can feel like it can take a lot longer. But anyway, though, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Past me is going to grab this record and go play some beautiful music. Anyway, though, like I said, thank you so much for watching. Coming up next is going to be the jail chapter. We only have one more memory to collect, and that will serve as the end of our memory guide here on Stray. I'll catch you later and hope to see you in the next video. That's an achievement, by the way, if you didn't know. Just saying.